Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with the Conclave DLC as the King of Scotland, King Gospatrick here. And we are having a little bit of a tricky time. We have been attacked by England over the county of Cumberland here, which is de jure part of England, that's why they want it. But we did manage to secure an alliance with France via the new non-aggression pact two-stage alliance system. We had a daughter just coming of age, and he had a brother who was unmarried, so we got an alliance that way, and they are actually helping us out pretty effectively, at least in terms of numbers. We should have enough men to fight England if we can actually engineer a battle here, so we are bringing our troops down to meet up with the French army in the hopes that we can maybe convince them to come northwards with us. What is the supply limit here? 18k, so we can just land on top. And England, I saw, did just raise another army there, which is heading northwards. Now I wonder if we go... They will stay with us. This is great. Okay. So let's see if we can fit in the supply limit of the coast here. We absolutely can. Okay. I assume we can't load the French army onto our boats, even if we had the room, which we don't. Okay, Ronald is our best character there. We'll put you in charge of this flank, and you over here. Our friend, the Prince of Moray. Now, these are belonging to York, so they're hostile to us, but they shouldn't actually actively attack us. And it doesn't cost, or it doesn't get us a war score if we beat them in a battle, so we'll try to avoid them if possible. Just fight the actual English army. Dionysia del Monte Santa Maria, the wife of Serene Doge Tedice of Pisa, has been spending a few days in Lothian. Seems like an unusual holiday destination for somebody from the sunny Mediterranean, but there you go. It has been a very nice experience meeting her. Maybe our peoples are not all that different after all. You can write to the Doge and be friends. Suggest a non-aggression pact, okay. Or it changes nothing. Yeah, okay. We'll take a non-aggression pact with Pisa. Sounds good. We weren't planning on attacking Pisa anyway. Presumably they weren't planning on attacking us. But if we have that in writing, it's probably for the best. We lost another siege. History is a subject that has always fascinated you, and you have spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of Alexander the Great. There are many lessons to be learned from his conquests in the east. We gain +1 martial, which is good, from our military focus, of course. A new bird has arrived in the Muse, and a new book on the art of writing poetry is in the library, so we can start reading the book. 50% chance of a book filled with inspiration, or we could have a 50% chance of disastrous or fortunate falconry. Well, I don't think I can say no to anything that includes the phrase disastrous falconry, so we'll take the bird out for a hunt. Alright, England is on the move northwards. Probably going to try to siege this county, which is unfortunate because it's hills. So maybe we'll just head into our county of Cumberland here. Rabbit after rabbit was caught, killed, and brought to me by my new bird. I like this. We gain Aspiring Falconer for +1 diplomacy, which is good. Okay, so we should be able to assault this with minimal casualties. Get all 3 holdings back and move out of here. Hope that England comes back in to try and take it back, and then we can attack them in the plains. And hopefully without a river crossing as well. Northumbria is the only county with a river crossing, so we can go to here if we want to. Okay. That's the plan. Let's hope it works. So we actually don't want to go there because there's a hostile army. We'll go to Durham instead. See if England is interested in retaking that Apparently not, unfortunately, but we should have enough men that we'll be able to attack them in the hills, especially if we don't get a river crossing on top of it. But of course, every single county here has a river crossing. Let's see, Northumbria... None from Cumberland, actually. Okay. I guess we go for it. Our son needs an education focus. So he's fussy, curious, and rowdy. So we could get him a martial education. I think Hunchback affects martial, though, negatively, so maybe we should pick something else. Rooting and conscientious. Go for learning. Or curious, sorry, not conscientious. Diplomacy, I guess, would be better then. But fussy would be bad with that. We could make him intriguing, but rowdy is bad. I think he just has an unfortunate combination of traits here that don't really sit well with anything. This is just completely neutral with respect to traits. It doesn't interact with any of these. Well, we could do martial because that doesn't have a negative effect from any of the traits that he has, but Hunchback makes him innately worse at it. Alright, we'll just let him have a martial education. It's only a -1 modifier, so it's not the worst. Uh-oh, dangerous factions. Just purely Prince Duncan. Okay. Well, I think we can fight him, probably, if we have to. Especially if France will help us out in a civil war, which I think they will. So we'll just ignore that. If we could have an excuse to imprison him, that would be great. But unfortunately, it is tyrannical. Okay, so we're going to be here on the 10th of February. We have the hills against us, but we have a pretty large numbers advantage. They don't have a leader in one of their flanks, which is also good for us. Okay, we're going pretty well in these two flanks, but they picked up a choke point thing. Not good enough, though. We won the center. And we have won the battle. For a pretty substantial 32% war score. He's retreating to Cumberland, but he won't be stopping there, presumably. The Shattered Retreat will always go to his home territory, but we'll maybe follow a little further. He's heading to Lancaster. I'm a little wary about this hostile army here. And I guess he's gotten another county away. There he is. He's in Derby. So we're going to get there on the 1st of May. And we are going to catch him. This is Plains. And there's no river crossing, so that's pretty ideal. We'll take a battle. Oh, we didn't catch him, never mind. Did I misread the dates? So 13th of May, 15th of May, which is definitely after the 13th of May. Okay, let's make sure of it. York is Plains. Does have a river crossing, but we have twice his numbers, so it should be okay. Ah, the army from Mercia here is coming in, apparently. And also this one from York, which I don't like, but hopefully we can still win. Oh no, York changed their mind. Mercia is still coming, though. And in they come, which definitely evens things out here, which I don't really like, but we still win, it looks like. Hopefully this is worth a lot of war score. 25, not bad. Let's see. Do we want to keep following? I guess we do. Your daily routine involves repeatedly swinging your blade at a training dummy, however you can only learn so much from fighting an inanimate enemy, which is quite a difficult phrase to say, and the practice gets dreadfully dull after a while. We could say that we could use someone to train with, and train with Carbray here. Or I don't want to fight my friends. No, we'll train with this guy. That seems good. So he's headed to Bedford. Alright. No river crossing from Bedford. Hopefully we can actually catch him here. 7th of August. He's going to be out on the 8th. Let's change his mind there and try again. A learned Jewish man has appeared at your court. He comes highly recommended in the arts of bookkeeping and administration. Already, he has suggested several ways of improving the bureaucratic efficiency of the realm, and he could potentially make a fine steward. Okay, we'll accept him. Unfortunately, though, with this new mechanic with powerful vassals, we have less freedom over who we appoint to our council, so we might not be able to make use of him. Okay, looks like this is another easy battle. Young Alexander is showing tendencies to be more of a doer than a thinker. Yes, that would be a kind way to describe it. So we can focus on teaching him bravery. Or we can say he should do his own thing, in which case he could become slow or rowdy. We'll take the chance of making him brave, I guess. He is already rowdy. And he is brave. Okay, so I guess we kind of upgraded rowdy into brave there. Interesting. Okay, another victorious battle. We'll follow the army to Bedford and beyond, wherever they end up going. Young Waldev seems to be envious of everything and everyone. We should say he should learn temperance, which would be okay. Or we can resist the temptation to intervene. We could become envious. Try to make him temperate. And he did. Or we did. You're headed to Leicester. Uh-oh, we have a hostile army from York in there, which we don't want to fight if we can avoid it. So we'll head around via Lincoln. Are we going to catch him in York? 23rd of October. We are, okay. I think we're crossing a river from here, but we should be okay at this point. After many months studying the campaigns of Alexander the Great, you have acquired many fascinating insights and gained new wisdom in military matters. You realize that the art of war might be well worth studying. I shall be a master of strategy. So we get extra martial and stewardship, both of which I welcome. As you replace your training dummy with a real person, you find that facing an intelligent enemy is a lot harder, but also more rewarding. After many bruises and cuts, it's clear that you've gained experience and have better control of a fight than ever before. So we get extra personal combat skill as well. So things are going pretty well for us, it looks like, in our personal advancement. Your ability to take down any man in a brawl is widely renowned. Many speak of your prowess and how it would be unwise to pick a fight with you. It feels good to be recognized. We gain 100 prestige, which actually is very useful since we're still below the 2000 prestige where the opinion bonus caps out. Okay, another 5.5% there. So at this point we can probably just ride the ticking war score to victory. We're already at 13. We only need another 10. We may as well pursue his army though. So I kind of feel like this whole war was not really even worth all the effort it took, since we don't gain anything out of it. Well, actually we will gain something out of it, won't we? We'll gain 836 gold and some prestige. So I guess maybe that was worth doing. I mean, I guess it was worth doing on principle anyway, since no true Scotsman would ever give up an inch of soil to the perfidious English. Never mind a whole county. But it is pretty likely that they'll attack again over this county in the future, since it is de jure part of their kingdom. Okay, we are at 100%, we can enforce our demands, we can get our money. And our prestige. And we can hold a grand tournament or extort subjects. Okay, let's have a look at that in a minute. But we'll retreat. Oh, we fulfilled our ambition to build a war chest. Okay, that's great news. That was thanks to our reparations we got from England. Actually, just go into the boats here, that'll be faster. Let's check out that decision then. To extort subjects. We don't have that. Oh, it must have been because we had the ambition. Okay. So I guess you can try to build a war chest by extorting your subjects. But as it stands, we no longer have any more valid ambitions available. I guess we've achieved everything there is to achieve. Except, of course, we still have plenty more we can do. Starting with perhaps dealing with this faction, maybe. So we lost some troops, of course, in that war, so he's up to 100% of our relative power, which is not good. Actually, now that I think about it, if we appoint him to the council, he won't be able to join factions. Okay, so that's a way we can get him out of there. What's he good at? Diplomacy. Unfortunately, we don't want to fire this Earl as our Chancellor. Don't want to annoy our wife either, because she has very high intrigue and could plot against us. So I guess we fire one of these bishops. Our court chaplain is very good at his job, but we don't really need him to do much these days, since we have nothing to convert. We actually have quite a few people not doing anything. Let's take care of this while we're at it. Yeah, we have nothing to convert. We could send him to improve relations with the Pope. Can we study technology anywhere? We can. We can actually get to Constantinople now, so we'll do that. And we'll train troops in the capital, which will also help out our personal power. Okay, so if we were to fire one of these people, I guess we fire the steward. I don't know, I think it's actually more important to have a better steward than a better chaplain, so maybe we just fire the chaplain. Oh, we can't appoint Duncan as the chaplain anyway. So I guess we appoint him as steward. We'll have him collect taxes, though he's not very good at it. But that should get him out of the faction, since he's on our council. Let's check this out. We don't have an advisor. Can we appoint somebody as advisor? Let's check out our vassals. We do have one more powerful vassal who wants a seat on the council. Is this an honorary title, maybe? No. Appoint councillor. There we go, okay. So we'll get him on the council. So that's good to know. You can get like an extra person on your council that's not really technically assigned to a job, but it can be used to appease vassals that want to be on the council. But basically we make him just take notes in the meetings, I suppose, and bring the coffee. A large merchant caravan from distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. Their leader, a jovial man of massive girth, pleads with you in a strange accent to grant them shelter. Okay, we'll let them in. The event where we get a eunuch, I think. I don't feel too well, something is wrong with me, so we're going to become ill again, along with being stressed. So we can't change our focus. I would like to maybe change to something health related to help offset this, but hopefully we'll just recover. And we could still hold a grand tournament if we want to. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of your court with stories of his travels. Tell us more about this mythical realm of Hindustan. Dawn breaks and he leaves, leaving behind a eunuch called Hippolytus. Okay. So, I think I was interrupted quite rudely by England when I was going to try to revoke the county of Teviotdale here. So let's go back to that. We can plot to revoke it. Will bring us up to 4 out of 5 for our domain. Wait, we have to do this by the decision, don't we? Otherwise, it's tyranny. So we'll send him a letter, see what he says. Oh no, our shameful attempt at blackmail has not succeeded. Then word is. So I don't know if France gets automatically called in. No, I guess we have the option whether to call him or not, which we will decline to do, because I think we can handle a single count by ourselves. But it will have to wait for the next episode because we're out of time for now, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.